Hey everyone, this is Cindy with Twisted True Sin. How are you all doing? This is Anthony Todt, 44 years old. He was arrested Monday, January 13th, 2020. He confessed to killing his wife, Megan, 42 years old. Their son, Alec, 14. Their son, Tyler, 11. And their daughter, Zoe, who was 4. He also killed the family dog, Breezy. Okay, after his arrest, deputies transported him to the hospital. Here's piece of shit Todt, walk of shame when he leaves the courthouse. He confessed that in late December he murdered his family. Todt was charged with 4 counts of premeditated murder. And 1 count of animal cruelty. So this is family physical therapy. He owns this business. He is a licensed physical therapist normally. His wife was a licensed physical therapist. Anthony Todt stayed in Florida on weekends because the family had moved there. But he still commuted to his practice in Connecticut Monday through Friday. In April 2019, the FBI began investigating Anthony Todt. The Department of Health and Human Services began investigating Anthony Todt. Anthony Todt was being investigated by the state of Connecticut for alleged Medicaid fraud. Attorney General William Tong confirmed Todt was treating patients with an expired license. In addition, he also allegedly billed insurance companies. And this was all for services he never rendered. According to police, Megan had no knowledge of any of the Medicaid fraud or anything that he was doing. On December 29th, a concerned family member had contacted police because they didn't hear from the family in over a week. So authorities went over to conduct a welfare check, and the sheriffs were assisting in a warrant search on January 13th when they found the 4 bodies at the home. According to NBC Connecticut, Anthony and Megan Todt were being sued for non-payment of rent. And the family leased this home in Celebration, Florida. Originally, it was like a community built by Walt Disney or Disney World. The family leased this home, and an eviction action was filed in December. The Todts had signed a 1-year lease in May. And like I said, they were being sued for non-payment of rent. I've seen estimates at $5,000, but NBC reported $4,000 in arrears on their rent. Police didn't find anything suspicious, and so they left. Beginning January 9th, authorities attempted to make contact with the Todts. For Anthony Todt's business, Performance Edge Sports, doing business as Family Physical Therapy. He's been described by neighbors, shocked neighbors, as a family guy. But a former patient noticed that he had changed. He was in his office less and less. A family friend stated the community will never be the same. Megan Todt was considered a supportive friend with a beautiful smile. Meg was always smiling, always offering help. Everything she did was to create a wonderful life for her children. And for him, too. So on January 1st, the Todts would have celebrated 20 years of marriage. Former FBI profiler Mary Ellen O'Toole states, Todt appears to have been living a secret life. Psychopathy can have a genetic link. And in a bizarre turn of events, he was only 4 years old when his father was charged with attempted murder of his mother. Sheriff Russ Gibson stated, 3 children and a mother have lost their lives at the hands of a supposed husband and a father, and the family dog. This is despicable. At a press conference, Sheriff Gibson held back tears. He stated, "We grieve along with the victim's family and friends, along with the community, for this tragic loss of innocent lives. I cannot understand what would cause a person to commit such evil and horrendous acts." So I did some research and found some very interesting county court records. So, Anthony John Todt, case filed was on January 15th, 2020. There's also an order sealing the affidavit. On December 22nd, there was a complaint for tenant eviction, filed on December 23rd. Here's the case number. Plaintiff versus Anthony and Megan Todt. One of Todt's clinics was also facing eviction in Connecticut. He himself stated to police that he was living above his means. An employee at the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office stated the cause of death for all 4 victims is pending the results of a toxicology study, which usually takes 10 to 12 weeks. A litany of Facebook groups not associated with direct family members have sprung up. These groups are responsible for wild theories from strangers across the country. These groups are responsible for wild theories, and strangers nationwide deputize themselves as amateur investigators examining the case. Hartford psychologist Dr. Stephanie Light states, "I always want to ask, what was the problem? And why did they decide that killing the family was the best solution? They're trying to fix a problem. And the really horrible solution they've come up with is to kill their family." So Todt is currently being held in county jail, and he's not eligible for bond or bail. Police reiterate that Megan had no knowledge of the evictions or debt. He has confessed. He is cooperating with investigators. And there's no known motive.